let's hit this thing. Badunk. So I have a few Grimstone masks left. Although I can buy all the masks I want because, you know, they're not even expensive. Well, not when you have like 400,000 meat, they don't seem expensive. It's funny how having tons and tons and tons of cash changes your perception of all the prices in the game. Alright, let's see. Let's hit one. Still don't know what to do with this confetti. I went through a whole quest line and I got confetti out of it, and it's got to do something. Whatever. Gnome hair. A sad gnome. I don't know what tail this is going to be, actually. Oh, Rumpelstiltskin. Oh, you call him a gnome? Okay, fine, I guess. I don't know. I always thought he was more like some kind of goblin thing. You put on the mask and become Rumpelstiltskin. A good-hearted gnome. Oh, really? Who runs a home for neglected children in ye old medieval village. A town devoted to faithful recreation of the days of yore. You must use your magic portal to find children with horrible parents. Then you can tempt the parents to trade the kids for something they actually want. And the kids can have a nurturing, caring environment to grow up. Everyone wins. So it's time for human trafficking, because there's no social services in ye old Middle Ages, I guess. Is this barbed wire? Is this where the children are stored? I think your self-image might not be entirely accurate, Mr. Rumples. But let's reserve judgment till we've looked around a little bit. Your workshop. Oh, right, for spinning straw into gold. Ah, your workshop. You've been meaning to get some feedback from others on ways you might improve this place. You don't have enough materials to practice your crafting with. You're not skilled enough to craft something that would be useful for advanced bartering. What the? A medieval straw man debater. Well, I mean, time in Loathing is a bit strange, and everything in Kingdom of Loathing is horrible. But if we were actually talking about the Middle Ages, birth control didn't exist, and everyone needed, like, if you were a peasant, you needed to have a lot of children. To start with, most of them would die of random whatevers, diseases, and all kinds of shit. Just the survival rate wasn't that good back then. Just was really bad. And you needed the labor, because you're going to get old and your body is going to break. There is no doctors or medicine for a medieval peasant. Not really. Not like what we understand, okay? You get a hernia, it's just going to keep tearing and get worse. Like, so many things that we can just fix. Like, you can just go to a hospital with, a pinched nerve in your foot, and they can just be like, surgery, done, go home. A few days later, you're able to kind of walk again, and then it recovers. In a couple of weeks, you're fine. In the Middle Ages, it just sucks, and you increasingly can't move around. Like, just, your lifespan is like maybe 30, okay? You need children in the Middle Ages on your farm, because otherwise you're going to get old and your body's going to break and you're going to starve to death. No one is going to take care of you. So that's why people in the Middle Ages had lots of kids. And don't think the ancient world was any better. The more you learn about the ancient world, the more horrifying the ancient world is too, for 99% of humanity. I mean, you know, the wealthy always had it great in any time period, relatively speaking. I mean, okay, the wealthy in the ancient world, the wealthy in the Middle Ages didn't have a fraction of what the poor have today. Like, oh my gosh. I would not want to live 100 years ago as Rockefeller. I don't care if I have all the money. I'd still rather live right now as me. Holy crap, do we have it good. We don't know how good we have it. You know, that supermarket down the street from wherever you live, there's a supermarket not far probably if you're watching this. In any other age of humanity, that would be a world wonder. I'm not even kidding. All those rows of freezers and refrigeration products from all over the planet. We got pineapples, we got grapes, we got all this stuff. Strange processed pies and things that people just couldn't have had in any age, some of it. You don't even want to know the things that kings were eating back when. Ugh. Gross stuff. And we can buy practically anything in there, any food item, on less than an hour's labor. We can, on an hour's labor, we can buy sacks of potatoes that will feed us for days. Or, you know, we can buy something fancy and awesome and complain about how overpriced it is. Do you think people got to eat meat often in most of history? Most people got very little meat in their lives. Fruit? Oh, luxury. Yeah. A lot of people had to eat crappy shit their entire lives. And even in, like, you hear reports of people putting lots of spices on meat because it's rancid. And that's the wealthy merchants in places. And you're just like, oh my gosh. So yeah. The past. There's no perspective. People today have no idea what it was like to live in almost any age in the past. Yeah. Now, what time period Loathing takes place in is something of a mystery to me. I honestly don't know what time period Kingdom of Loathing takes place in. I can't figure it out. I mean, we're running around with swords on things, so you'd assume it's pre-gunpowder. And then, on the other hand, you run into weird modern things from time to time. I mean, even by the year 1600, you'd be seeing guns. But we do have some with the pirates. A little bit. So, I mean, there is gunpowder, so early 1700s? I guess? Who knows? Loathing doesn't care. Loathing doesn't give a shit. It's whatever time period it feels like being at the moment. And we know it. Most medieval villages have a guy whose line of work, for some reason, is to go around insulting people. This village is unique in that instead of an insult guy, they have someone go around making specious arguments with people. He wears the proud badge of his profession, straw stuffed into his pants and shirt, to keep him itchy and irritable. Don't forget to tip him with some meat after he makes you furious. What, you couldn't be bothered to make a shirt out of your own hair? Oh, you're bald, that's why. Okay. He says, you monster rights people would be happy if a seal came along and ate me alive. Seals eat people in Loathing? Not surprising. He flings a rock at you, but sticks and stones hurt less than his ill-informed opinions. Bullshit. If you're going to legalize the hippies' herbs, why don't we just legalize goofballs as well? What's a goofball? He tries to argue with you about subsidies for farmers, but you don't care enough about it to be enraged. Oh my gosh, he took a real blow. This area might actually be higher level than I gave it rights to be, or gave it credit for. Bah. Oh, hey, straw. Quest item. Ah, to spin into gold with my wheel, of course. It's a big pile of straw. Not straw as in drinking, straw as in animal bedding scarecrow stuffer. It doesn't appear to have any warts. Why would straw have warts? That's weird. A medieval mug apprentice. This young apprentice hasn't yet taken sides in the whole leather versus clay mug debate. She's learning how to make both, and she's also tooling leather belts and making clay buckles for them. But you sure that you don't mean mugging as in pointing a knife at my throat and taking my stuff? She's got a bright economic future in ye old medieval village, unless the potter and the leather mug salesman team up to bury her in the pits beneath their privies. Oh, no, that's not very nice. Don't do that. Just trying to hit you with a leather belt. Why, though? Why are we fighting her? Am I in the employ of the belt maker and drip you with a whip made of clay? But it doesn't work very well. She doesn't seem like she knows her profession very well after all. It seems that she's only got these two. Oh, here we go. She makes a pouch out of clay, fills it with leather, and throws it at you. It splats on the ground, and she has to go back. She's not very competent in this. Well, we got leather. Whether you're a rock star in need of a skin-tight pants, a biker in need of a road rash preventing armor, or a barbarian in need of a loincloth, leather is the cured with noxious chemicals animal hide for you. I mean, it wasn't good enough for the cow, and what do you think? Oh, it was good enough for the cow, and what do you think? You're better than a cow? Do you? Yeah, you don't even... Oh, man. Talking about the old days, olden times, you don't even want to know what they did to make leather. No, you really don't. And at the same time, don't look up what a fuller is or what their job was. You don't want to know. If it's not obvious, I write fantasy novels as a hobby. So I spent a lot of time studying the ancient world and the medieval world and learning all about the horrors of it in great detail. Ah, clay, or as we used to call it, mud with delusions of grandeur. Whether you want to make an ashtray to give your dad on Father's Day, or a thing that was supposed to be a bowl but ended up being an ashtray to give your mom for Mother's Day, clay allows you to express yourself in as many ashtray-related ways as you can imagine. Okay. Splish splash. Aha! A potter! In the medieval village, people eschew magic and electricity to live simpler lives. They're Luddites. Like they did in the days of yore. They don't, of course, eschew modern medicine, because people dying of plague is a little more dedicated to the art that they want to be. Anyway, this lady makes mugs, plates, and very ineffectual swords out of clay. She uses a kick wheel and a sexy ghost to do it, like her ancestors have done for millennia. I don't get the ghost reference. I was expecting a Harry Potter reference. Actually, I think that when it comes to mythologies, I think that Norse is the most interesting to read about. The idea of this that the stars are just gaps in the leaves of the next world up, and just stuff like that is just like, that's really, really weird and kind of cool. I could totally put a fantasy world in this setting. Gaze into the leathery mug of this leather mug salesman, and you'll see that he's furious with the world. It's probably because he has to answer questions all day like, is it kosher to drink milk out of one of these? And is it vegan to drink soy milk out of one of these? And would it make more sense to make mugs out of clay or glass or something? Kosher? I would think so, because leather is cow. I mean, unless it was leather of an animal that wasn't kosher. If it was a snake leather cup, then obviously not. That's a lot harder to answer now. I would have no clue, but I'm pretty sure that a vegan wouldn't want leather products to begin with. But there might be, for all I know, there could be a whole group of vegans that are all about leather. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. People are weird. People are very strange. He tries to hit you with a mugshot, but you're too busy mugging for the camera to hit. I can't figure out why the sexy ghost thing either. He tries to hit you with a mug, but you move your mug out of the way. He threatens to tan your hide, but you point out that you're already rocking a moxious tan. Medieval dung peddler. Tourists to ye old medieval village will buy just about anything. Oh, now that explains it. At least, that's the theory of the medieval dung peddler is working with. He scoops out of the cattle stalls and sells whatever he finds in there. And one guess what he finds there. Technically, he's the leather mug salesman's apprentice, but the leather mug salesman doesn't want anything to do with him. And he tries to hit you with his dung shovel, but you ain't letting that touch you. Leather mug salesman threatens to tan his hide if he doesn't get some work done, so he goes off to tan some hide. He tries to rub befouled straw on you, but you're like, hell no. I ain't letting any of that touch me. It makes me think of the poop smith. Ah, good old strong bad. Straw and leather again. The portal is open. Uh-oh. It is? Hold on. I didn't realize that's how this worked. Practice making parchment or glass out of clay. Oh, that's just weird. Sit down to practice. After all, practice makes the master. Practice makes perfect. And nobody's perfect. So that means you should never practice? Wait, never mind. Practicing is good. I just turned leather into parchment. You practice making parchment out of leather, but nothing works. Why is it so hard for magical beings such as yourself, you may wonder? Excellent question. Say you'll figure it out after roughly 20 more tries. There's no way I'm going to gather enough materials to do 20 more tries. Well, glass will be easier. A large tankard of ale. Alright, well, let's see. I've got straw and ale. A portal shimmers in its heavy gold frame, ready to transport you to a family with children who need saving. You can step through it to barter with some horrible parents. You should probably do some reconnaissance first. You approach the couple. Yeah, what do you want? Ah, they're already drinking. The tankard of ale is promising. They have glasses. Modern. Step through the portal into their home. The adults seem a little surprised to see you, but no one's called the cops yet, so you take the opportunity to talk to them. One of the kids tries to ask a question, but the husband swats him and tells him to shut his pie hole. Hey, you. Booze. You know what the ladies want. Well, at least this particular lady. What are you going to offer her? Gluttony. Spin straw into spaghetti? What? Someone would then eat that? You look down your long nose at her, letting the silence build for maximum dramatic effect. Then you speak. With my magic portal, I've peered into your heart, and I've seen the dark desires that lie therein. She turns pale and looks embarrassed, but you continued, No, I'm not here to judge. I know how hard it can be raising children. It's my job, after all. I'm a licensed child care provider. Oh, we are? We have a license? Oh, okay. We are child services. And I'm willing to take these kids off your hands. So here's the deal. I'll use my magic to whip up something you'll really like. And I'll trade you for as many kids as you want me to take off your hands. If you don't like what I conjure up, you're free to refuse. He spins some straw into heaping piles of gourmet spaghetti and offered her in exchange for some of her children. She insists that regardless of what you think you saw through that portal, buddy, she's not about to trade any kids for what you're offering. In fact, she shows exactly what she thinks the offering by tossing it into the fireplace. Alright, let's try straw into gold. Let me be perfectly frank with you. This home is not fit for children, and I think you both know it. Now, I could report you to the authorities, but I'm in the child care business myself. Okay, now we're fishy again. So I want to help you. I'll use my magic to conjure up the true desire of your hearts. How dare you suggest we trade a child for such a trifle, they hiss, clutching a couple of random kids tightly. Well, I mean, they must care quite a bit. They just flung all the gold out the window. Anyway, alright, I understand how this kind of works now. Children are everywhere! You see the father checking out his own body and licking his lips seductively. What? Mother trying to shortchange the maid who was washing the dishes. I guess I should have just tried her with gold. Well, I mean, I tried both of them with gold, but it didn't work. Plucking stray eyebrow hairs. Anyway, that was a failure. Alright, let's gather more stuff. Oh, what's this? Stucco artist. Ah, I should have read that. I wasn't expecting another kind. Alright, portal is open. Look. Okay, it's the same ones. The mother wants money. The father wants I don't know what the hell. Humble pie, small golem, crappy camera, juggling ball, scroll case, jug of wine. And so the wine hasn't finished fermenting yet. It's just a jug of grape juice. Oh! I can make these items for use outside of this adventure. I see. Damage absorption is what the portable wall does. Good food. Ooh, spell damage plus 100% from that scroll case. Small golem, which is not a pet, I see. Makes of a copy of a monster to fight later when it works. Okay. Alright. 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 I understand how this all works now, kinda. Hey, you. Whoa, there's a whole set of stuff. Greed. Finally, she agrees to trade one child. Alright, let's try the husband. Vanity, lustfulness. Shape clay into a sexy automaton? What? What? We build sex bots now? vanity. Polish leather into a magical mirror. Okay. Covers his face, but peeks at your offering through his fingers. For a leather mirror? Really? More gold? No, I don't know why you can do both at once. Doesn't seem to work very well. Violence? Alright, let's see. Vanity again. Alright. Very fishy. Yeah! They're inside the barbed wire area. No. I don't think we're the good guy. Is that a reference to a certain spy movie? I actually never watched the Spy Who Shagged Me or any of those movies. But, man, when I was in middle school, everyone was telling the jokes from it. Alright, let's look around. What are we looking at? The mother's shining a golden chalice. Not sure what she wants there. Some of the many children play for a while. See the mother stabbing her toe on the ottoman and kicking it across the room. Father trying to squeeze into a girdle. So, violence and vanity? Not sure what the chalice is about, though. We'll start with the vanity. No? Oh. Well, then what does he want? I'm not sure. Violence. She is immediately intrigued by her offer. Yeah, these people, holy shit. Would you like another? Would you like another? She wants 3 pairs of brass knuckles, basically. What is this chalice polishing business? What does that fall under? Okay, it's greed. Okay. Okay, she's reached her limit. 2 left to go before the portal stops working. One sec. I need to reach over to idling to rule the gods. And yes, I thought so. It's time for me to collect. Here. Surprise bonus! Okay, I'm going to do this. Excellent. And that. Ooh, oh yeah. I really needed those. Oh, that's actually really good. 2,300. I was going to do some math on this stuff later. I'll figure it out later. As you can tell, I've changed the names of a few of them. Okay. As you now get all sorts of spoilers on what I've been doing in this game, eh? Do I have enough? I have enough for the moment. Feed. Feed all to full. Okay, 12. Yeah, sure. Ha 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 ha. I can finally turn his chocolate off. No more. You're going to spend some time at the bottom, and I can save what little chocolate I can. And really, you put the rabbit over here? Oh, I can't have that now. No, no, I'm afraid not. I need the rabbit to do other things. You're stuck with Douglas over here. I need to make a small alteration to Monty here. Boy, the people who don't watch me play idle games are going to be like, what the hell is this? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? What can I say? I'm mostly an idle game channel. Well, maybe not mostly, but it is a good chunk of what I do. Oh, dear. They're not going to be able to do this through the entire night, are they? I don't know. Well, for now, I'm going to give them an hour. Oh. Okay, we're done here. Uh-oh. Hey. That camel can't be doing that. He's got other details. He has to spin straw into gold for me. Or, at the very least, some firestones, I guess. I guess those would be good. 12 hours. You know what? I don't need you to do anything for the next couple of days anyway. Actually, I might need iron bars and a special wood. Just do it. Just do it. Maybe I've made a terrible mistake. Who knows? Alright. Done, 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 and done. Alright, back to what we were doing. Somebody typed in Discord, idling to rule the kingdoms. Is that any relation to this? There's a bunch of stuff that I just did there that won't come up for quite a few videos yet. Well, a couple at least. Spoilers! Alright, so we've only got 2 more shots at this. Mother throwing a bag of chips on the ground and stomping it open. What? Okay. That's a violent, crazy person. You watch some of the children play a while, then you see a mother peeking at a reflection in a spoon. You're distracted by yet more kids romping around, and when you look back, you see the father loading a jewel-encrusted pistol with golden bullets. Violence and greed. Violence, violence, greed. Vanity. Violence. No? Hey, you. I know you're into violence. She took a bag of chips and she stomped on it. Yes, that would crush all the chips. The game's not trying to tell me she's gluttonous, was it? That counts as gluttony? No, that's psychotic behavior. You don't abuse potato chips that way. Do you really think I'm that shallow? Oh, shut up. Well, I can't do any gold now. I've used up all my straw. Vanity? And she flings out the window after stomping on it first. Well, then why was she gazing in her reflection out of a spoon? You were loading a golden bullets into a golden gun. I mean, what else? I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know. This is weird, man. I really fail to see any amenities for actually taking care of these children. Where are you getting the food? Where are you getting anything? What's this building for? 13 of them. You see the father chewing a fistful of bacon. Well, that's normal enough. See a mother practicing pickup lines on her own reflection in the window. You see the father using a remote control to turn the TV to the beauty channel. Okay, lust, vanity, gluttony. Both together seems to never work. Wait, no, not you. You are into the lust. You were into vanity. No, not the beauty channel was not about vanity? Was it lust? No. Why would the beauty channel then? What is it? Laziness. You're sitting around watching television, that's supposed to qualify as laziness? Okay, I mean, I agree, but alright. So I just traded 4 kids for 4 carpets. People have a lot of kids, if you still have a whole ton of them after that. Alright. You want lust. No, she's practicing pickup lines to herself in the mirror. I guess it could be vanity? No? I don't even know, man. You. Food. He's eating a fistful of bacon, but he's not gluttonous. Wow, whoever this guy is, he kicks ass at all the Grimstone things every day, it seems. Mid-level medieval mead. Potency 1. Sure, it's just an average mead from medieval times, but since you don't have anything to compare it to, it seems pretty great. Portable wall, I guess. I guess that's that. Well, that was that. Hey, Rupu, how's it going? Well, we only have 1 Grimstone mask remaining. And I'm in the... There it is. Warning. Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, I guess I never did 2 in the same day before. Okay, all right. Well, you know what? Wait, why do I care if it resets my progress? We can save it for tomorrow. Let me see. I'm going to go into the sea. I'm going to try it. Every time I've gone there, it's kicked my butt. But by this point, I don't know. I'm pretty powerful by now. Let's see. How about a 200? Long-haired hippie wig is still the strongest thing I've got. That mysterious island is still my favorite place, by the way. Hold on a second. I'm just going to put on the legendary regalia of the Sauce Maestro. See, it's funny. The ancient saucepan is only 100. The ancient sauce helm. The long-haired hippie wig is way better. I'm happy with the grappling hook. We're probably fine. But what we're going to do now, I'm going to slip down here and we're going to go visit the isle. Where is it? Crap, where is it? There it is. Right in front of me. I think I'm just going to use base slimes for the 50% boosts. And that way, I'll have these nice 50% bonuses, and I'm certain I can take the sea on like this. This really should be fine. In fact, I'm gonna go whole hog. I'm gonna use them all. Oops. Oh, come on. How many do you want to drink? R. That's how many. R. I will drink R of them. Okay. And I should take a moment to heal. Probably good enough. Oh, you know what else I'm going to do? I got these before from the Witch's Adventure. I like the Witch's fairy tale. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to eat them too. There we go. That'll be plus 100% mysticality, plus 200% spell damage, plus 20% critical hit chance. So, between all these buffs... Oh, wait, there's something else I was supposed to drink that makes the sea adventures better somehow. It was a drink. What was it? Was it Centauri fish wine? Yes, that's what it is. Centauri fish wine. I'm going to make sure that I keep some in my inventory. Okay, now let's go. To the bottom of the beautiful briny sea. What a chance to get a better peek at the plants and creatures of the deep. It's grand. Anybody know where that song came from that I just sang a smatch of? This eel began life as a regular shrieking eel. Shrieking eel? But decided that it just didn't rock hard enough. So it got a few aftermarket upgrades, had an electric pickup installed, and now is a medley with the best of them. Sorry to shock you, but you're too jaded to be shocked by anything. Well, I think the sea is no longer a match for me. Power ballad, but it's difficult to spark a lighter underwater. Brush against you, it shocks the crap. Holy crap, it did shock the crap out of me. Die. Okay, they can still hurt me. Oh, ow, ooh, decent white shark. This white shark's pretty good, I guess. I mean, it's nothing to write home about. Sure, it's got several rows of serrated, nearly razor-sharp teeth, and it's got those somewhat creepy black eyes. I guess it's kind of a soulless killing machine. It's moderately terrible. Although, when you think about it, a shark that's suffering a crippling inferiority complex is only going to try harder to prove itself. Shark tooth! Huh. This is shark tooth. I really need to find a way to deal with these stupid dolphins. They are jerks. It tries to use tail whip, but I guess it already had 4 moves learned. A ganger. This fish used to be a regular old grouper until it fell in with a bad crowd. It just wanted to be part of something, you know? It felt like it had limited opportunities in life, and it just wanted friendship and protection and to feel like it belonged. Before it knew it, it was involved in a life of seedy underwater crime. Won't someone think of the fish? It tries to engage in gang violence, but you pretend you're a member of the gang. Well, I'm totally one of your fish gang, really. Well, I might not be able to get my hands on these dull fish scales, but at least I'm getting good stats out of this, eh? Boop. Sometimes it says you managed to snag so much meat the rest sinks into the depths. Alright, I think we're ready to go back down to the bottom and explore. Okay, I think we've seen the monsters that are there. Alright, to the sea floor! So, we've got the monkey's castle. Okay, the wreck. We were supposed to rescue Big Brother from the wreck. A merkin scavenger. A savage race of cunning underwater jerks. They're just limited to stealing stuff, stabbing stuff, and being mean to stuff. This one was skulking around the wreckage looking for stuff to steal. But now that you're here, he can indulge his other 2 interests as well. Yeah, it's not going to work out so great for him. You're fighting a drowned sailor. Among the wreckage of the sunken ship, you encounter a drowned and reanimated sailor. Oh, yeah. He stares you with dead eyes. But you used to teach high school, so you're used to dead stares. I did? I learned more and more about my past before I became a sorcerer supreme. He's a cargo crab in a crate of imitation crab meat on his back. Why is my max MP so crappy right now? I don't see anything that should be reducing it. It should be way higher than that. Whatever. There it goes. The rest sinks into the murky depths. Not spooky damage. Oh, God, that claw must be really painful, because that's on a whole nother... Ow. They are kicking the crap out of me slowly, 1 bit at a time. I need to be careful and keep an eye on this. I might need to stop and heal. American hook spear. Doggone stupid things. Okay, where the heck is Big Brother, huh? Been all over this wreck. Alright, I'm gonna go over here. Scroll down here. And be like... Casts! I don't know, a bunch of them. Eh. Not good enough. Use 4 more. Okay. Now they're coated in casts. Shambling mounds. So of course now they're going to stop hitting. Oh, no, nope, there they go, hitting me again. Okay, alright, well. Somewhere down here, sooner or later, we're going to find Big Brother. And then we're probably going to discover we need to rescue another sea monkey from someplace else. Uh-oh. Kablam! It's a good thing I always have that on hand. Now that I used all my soul sauce on a big blast, I can drink 7 of these. Eh, good enough. Seriously though, I should have 400 max MP. Stop ouching me! Why you want to make me ouch? Crap, I need to heal again. This is rough. Okay, let's see. That restores my MP a little, which is fine. I'll just use one of these. I've got like 27 of them, so I mean, there's no reason not to just burn them at this point. Using scrolls underwater takes skill and acute vision. Wow, they are... Oh, crap. Crap, I pushed the wrong button. There it is. Okay, seriously, why is nothing triggering? It should have triggered by now. So how am I almost out of... Okay, the scroll of drastic healing isn't a full heal after all, is it? Yes, it is. I'm at full health. Oh, crap. They're hitting me harder than they were. That's why. Why are they hitting me harder than they were before? Lucky cat is lucky. Where'd that come from? Slimily sagacious. Slimily strong. I guess the moxie went away. Oh, the witch's bread is about to run out too. Ow, 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 ow. This place sucks. It just rips me up every time I visit it. I'm gaining crazy stat points, but I really would like to know why the quest hasn't advanced. I'm definitely at the wreck of Edgar Fitzsimmons. Final Fantasies 1 and 2. But which Final Fantasy 2 did you buy? Did you buy 2 or 4? Because the naming conventions are confusing. Also, which version of Final Fantasy 1? The original NES version or one of the remakes? The remakes will be good. The Final Fantasy was the second JRPG ever made. It was the first JRPG to feature a party with multiple characters. Love it a lot. Okay, remakes. So that still doesn't... See, Final Fantasy II, the actual NES Final Fantasy II, it was a really interesting experiment. It's not a very good game, but it's a really interesting experiment. They tried a lot of new things that had never been done before. It's just that they didn't all work out so great. Final Fantasy 3 is really awesome, actually. I think. I liked it a lot. Not everyone likes that one, but I'm a sucker for the job system, and that's where it was invented. 5 and Tactics use that same system, as well as 10-2, but we don't talk about 10-2. Oh, my duck got it. Oh, God, this place. I'm not able to fight anymore. Oh, cool. Neat. Looks like some meat fell out of the meat glove while you were sleeping. As I slowly fill my cottage up with more and more stuff. Final Fantasy 1 is remember, early days of JRPGs. Final Fantasy 1 in-game doesn't necessarily give you... I mean, it tries, but text was expensive, and the translation was, well, I, Garland, shall knock you all down. And the translation is that. But if you got I had the original... When I don't have them anymore. But when I got Final Fantasy, I got the map. They had 2 maps you'd unfold, and it's a map of the entire world, and then it's like, I think, all the monsters in the game, every single monster and its stats, and then all the gear and spells were on another one. I forget what was on the other side. And then there was an instruction booklet it included a walkthrough for a fair chunk of the game. Yeah. You're expected to have all of those things when you play the game. The game straight up was made with the expectation that you had the things that it shipped with. I don't believe any of the remakes or anything have those in them. But that's the way the game actually shipped. So, I mean, I guess you just have to use GameFAQs today. I mean, you know... There were no such, like, that might have been the first walkthrough ever published. Because strategy guides weren't a thing until, I have a couple Super Mario Brothers 3 ones that are still in mint condition, but that's the earliest strategy guide I'm aware of existing, and that didn't come out till years later. Anyway. It didn't give a complete walkthrough of everything, but, you know, it was there to help you. Final Fantasy 1, I actually really like. I've beaten it repeatedly. My favorite party is all black mages. I love the all black mage party. You're so fragile. You don't have hit points or defense or anything to heal with other than these crappy items that heal you 30 hit points. And in the NES game, you can only buy them one at a time. So if you want 99 of them, you can be pushing A for a while in the shop. But that's all the healing you've got. But the great thing about all black mages, every single encounter ends in 1 turn. Every single encounter is just over. As you're carefully trying to measure your spells and use the mid-range spells, because you want to save your highest spells for the boss, because the bosses don't die in 1 turn easily. And there's weird things. Some of the conventions weren't quite established yet. I've heard that one of the bosses can be one-shotted with a status effect. They left it that way on purpose. Oh, and there's weird bugs that you abuse, too, a little bit. Like the famous one, the one that actually some of the remakes kept. There's a peninsula you can get at very early in the game, and there are 4 tiles on the edge of it that have encounters from the next continent over. The next continent over is a very late game area. So before going into Marsh Cave and dealing with all that hell, Marsh Cave, you can go to this terrible, terrible little thing, and if you have black magic, one of the encounters is frost wolves, and a good fire 2 will devastate them. And then, yeah, you start fighting in that little area, you gain a shit ton of levels, then you go to Marsh Cave, which still manages to be a pain in the ass because, God, Marsh Cave. Freaking Marsh Cave. Anyway. Yeah. Yes, I'm a Final Fantasy fanboy. That doesn't mean that I like everything they've produced. But I very much enjoy their older school stuff. The last Final Fantasy I played that I really liked was 10. I haven't played very many of the titles that have come out since then. And there was some hit and miss at times. The series tended to experiment a lot. They couldn't ever just make the same game twice. We found something you liked. Now we're going to do something completely different. It's... Just be aware. All Black Mages is going to kind of be hard mode. You're going to be missing a few key abilities. But I love that party. It's a lot of fun. And you have the very... Save often, because an all-black mage party is very fragile. And when a character falls down, if you're in the middle of a dungeon and one of your characters dies, you can't bring him back. There's no way to do it. It would probably, if it's your first time... It would probably be easier if you went with a red mage and then 3 black mages, because at least the red mage would give you some healing magic and, well, I can't describe him as tanking damage, but he can take a hit better. I haven't really... I enjoyed Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, but it also pissed me off a whole lot for a variety of reasons I won't get into right now. But Final Fantasy Tactics on PlayStation, it's a masterpiece. It's really good. It really is good. The music, maybe not everyone can follow the story. I'll admit the story is a bit all over the place. There's a lot of characters and a lot going on, but and then just as a tactics game, I really liked it. I like the system where you have 3 rounds to heal to use a Phoenix down to heal someone, or they die permanently. I thought that was a really good system for handling, you know, for just handling it. Like the Tactics Advanced games wuss out and just go, everyone's immortal, you know, they fall down, you know, they get struck down, they'll just be fine at the end of combat. Wuss! No! I want it to be more hardcore! Like, you rarely actually lost somebody in Tactics. You know, 3 rounds was a pretty good grace period, but it was tense. And it forced you to prioritize and make risky moves, like, I'm going to risk this guy's life to save that guy over there now. Because if I don't, he'll die forever. Like, it added something to the game. I would say that the difference is that the word equivalent is not true. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance is a completely different game, with a completely different story, completely different characters, and different classes, different everything. It's not the same game at all. It's a sequel. Tactics Advance added in a system with judges and laws. That didn't exist in the original Tactics. It added in, it changed everything. It's a completely different game. There's no equivalency. Ooh. Well, I've been kind of enjoying reincarnated. That time I was reincarnated as a slime, but there's this one I just started watching, Seki-kun, the Master of Wasting Time. Just type in the Master of Wasting Time. You'll find it on Crunchyroll. It makes me smile. It's a very stupid anime. Honestly, you should have given me a genre. You should have been like, I look for shonen, or slice of life, or, I don't know, whatever. Isekai. You could just click on anything on Crunchyroll that's right now, and you'll probably have hit an isekai, okay? Just at random, you'll just probably land on one. They're everywhere now. I could talk. I think that people have misidentified what the isekai genre is. I could talk quite a bit about it. Well, I can't really do any more sea adventures. I can't do any... I don't know if I want to necessarily break out the disc today. It's late. Because, well, actually, I guess it's not that it's late. It's that I'm expected to get up early, unfortunately. I'm afraid that the jar psychosis for the old man is going to be terrifyingly difficult. Tomorrow we'll probably do one of these three here. Or maybe the Conspiracy Island ticket. I don't know. And we'll do the last Grimstone Mask. And hopefully I'll have a little bit more time. For today, I think we're just going to drink stuff. And I'll talk a tiny bit about what my thoughts are on isekai. So... the way people define isekai, you could say that the first isekai, that isekai have been around forever with things like Alice in Wonderland and even, Pilgrim's Progress and stuff like that. But I think that they have candied mountain oyster. There's no such thing as a mountain oyster. You don't want to know what Rocky Mountain oysters really are. A browser cookie. Okay. So, it's 3:45 a.m. where I'm at. Okay, so, I don't think isekai is another world, which is, I think, just like what everyone's description of it is. I don't think that's what isekai is, per se. I think that the core of, I think the core of isekai is a power fantasy. I would say that the first isekai that I'm aware of would be, you're going to laugh, Pocahontas. No, not the Disney movie. The original piece of propaganda that was sent back to England, where everyone in the New World, yes, it even is another world, sort of, but everyone in the New World is eating and, having this great time, when in reality they were starving to death. And the way my English teacher described it, I was pretty young and I didn't really see all this when I read it, but the way the English teacher described it, it's, he's showing off to the natives his magical compass and impressing them, and literally a princess throws herself at his feet, and it's like, yeah, that sounds like an isekai to me. Doesn't it? Doesn't it sound like an isekai to you? I think it is. I think it is. Anyway, I think the core of isekai is about wish fulfillment. It's a power fantasy. And at least all the ones that I've looked at, I mean, even the older ones, like Magic Knight Rayearth, kind of had that element in them, although Rayearth kind of went a different direction towards the end. And then Rayearth 2, well, that's a whole nother... but at least for the early part, it's, they're all powerful, kicking butt, being magical knights, and, having fun. Yeah. Yeah, we'll drink the mead. Whee! Actually, not bad. Alright, let's see. Let's just drink these. They're really powerful. Boom. Boom. So many adventures. Boom. These really are the greatest. Alright, I need a 1. Where's a shot of something? Do I have no shots of anything left? Oh. Potency 2, potency 4, potency 1. A glass of bourbon. You can feel it burn all the way down to your skeletal bones. Well, unfortunately, I don't think I'll have a shot to buy that ever, because I'd have to go back into the thing. I don't have any more jars of that particular psychosis. Oh, wait, no, I do have one. No, we'll drink it tomorrow, if you remind me. Alright, so now we're falling down drunk, and I guess I'm going to use this stuff. Okay, so I had something here. Yes, 5 second, and oh, right, that. Ugh, I should throw them out. What a waste. I'm saving those grim fairy tales for a time when I really need them. Oh, man, I have too many adventures. Whoops! We went overboard. We can't have more than 200, and we're going to gain, what, something like 50 of them? So tomorrow we'll have more adventures than we can use. I can't believe how intense the sea is. It's alright, though. I'll save up slimes. I'll save up tons of slimes. And we'll go back in next time and kick its ass. Alright, so until next time and every time, this is Hadriex signing off. Bye.